In this video, I'm going to tell you how to download and install Google Slides, and I'm also going to teach you basically how you can use this for your presentations. So let's go straight and see how to download. Go to Play Store, then you search Google Slides, and then you click install. Now while this is installing, let me tell you, you're going to use this app to present your classwork to the children. So be it a story, be it a rhyme, you can always use this tool. Download pictures as we saw in the earlier video, add it on here, add text, add images, add YouTube links, and get your classwork organized so that when you are teaching children are not bored of just seeing your face, but also you can get their attention by showing them different pictures, colorful pictures, lovely slides, a nice video, and all of that. So that's what this Google Slides is going to assist you with. So we're almost done, I think, with it. It's very simple, very easy to use as well. It is installing. Before you use your Google Slides, you need to make sure you're using the right email ID. So now in my phone, I automatically get up this whenever there is a new app installed. So I say open. Once I give open, this is what happens. It by default signs me into my default email address. Supposing you want to change your email address, you just press this human symbol here. Sometimes it will be an initial too, and then you can use whichever email ID you want. So I'm giving duftonoakley@gmail.com. Now you see that human symbol has changed to D. So I already have 4 presentations here, but still I'm going to go and I'm going to do a new presentation. So let's click the plus symbol for a new presentation, and it automatically says creating new presentation. Now usually you'll get an option which will say choose template or new presentation. That's what it should actually show you, but I don't know why it's not happening here. But let's see here, just give me a minute. Yeah, it should come like this: choose a template or a new presentation. So you click a new presentation will open up like this. And what we are going to do now is we are going to learn how to edit this. So first let's go straight, double tap and add text. Now I'm going to teach the rhyme 10 little fingers. So I'm just going to put that here as a title, 10 little fingers. Okay, so we put the rhyme on top and put the title down. You can even avoid the rhyme, writing rhyme there. You can avoid that and just write the title also. Then you can put your class name or maybe the author's name or something else that you want to do. Now if you want to add a color to the entire box, all you got to do is long press on the entire box. But if you see it's not working, so it doesn't matter, you can just press this text box first, because this is the box where you put the title. So what you need to do is, after you type this out, unselect by pressing the white portion, then again long press on the text that you've written, and a yellow band with these options on top will come up. The first option, the scissor, is to cut. The second option is copy. The third option is paste. The fourth option is to delete. Now these 4 options will be familiar with you. You know, if you cut, you can always paste that somewhere else. If you copy, what will happen is the text will be here and you can paste it somewhere else also. But it's not like that when you cut. When you cut, what happens? It will be removed from here, and only where you paste it will be available. So delete is to remove it completely, and the pad is the paste option. Paste option basically means when you cut or when you copy, you have to paste it somewhere else, so you use that tool. Now the A tool with the 4 dashes, that is the most important tool now. So I'm going to press that. and you see we get 3 options. So first let's look at text. Now what we are dealing with is text. So what all can I do with my text? I can make it bold, I can make it italic, I can underline it, I can strike through. But strike through you're not going to use unless you're differentiating between something that is right and wrong. X2 you can use this for the when you're writing the dates. So supposing you write 29 and then you put th and you want only th to go up, then you can use this X2 option, right? So now I don't want the italic, I don't want the underline, so I'm removing it. Then you see this font option. There are various fonts that you can choose from. So I'm going to choose this font since it's little children, and then I can increase the size to whatever I want and whatever I like by pressing the upper arrow. If I press the lower arrow, that means the size will decrease, right? Now the text color, I'm going to press the arrow. Try to use basic because there are a lot of colors and lots of choices. So I'm selecting that color and that shade. You want to highlight this, you can do that as well by pressing highlight color. Put whatever color you want as a highlighter. If you don't want it, just press none. And that's all you need to know about text. So this is bold, italic, underline. You can remove it by just unselecting. Under font, there are different types of fonts that you can choose from. You can use the upper arrow on the size to increase, the lower arrow to decrease the size of the font. You can use the arrow next to text color to change the text color. Always try to use the basic shades because you will get a lot of different colors and shades. And the highlight color option you can use to highlight it if you want. Press none if you don't want it. Now to clear the entire formatting that you've done, you can just press clear formatting, but I don't think you'll need to do that. You can use undo and redo, and I'll tell you where that is. Now paragraph option. Paragraph option is basically all the tools that you need to make the paragraph look neat and presentable. So this is the left align, this is the center, the right align, and this is justify. Now we'll go with the center line because that looks better, especially when it's a title. Only when it's a paragraph will we use justify, or we'll start with the left indent. Now below that is the positioning option. Below that, the next line of options is called the positioning option. So you can position it the top of the box, center of the box, or even right down. Now I choose to select center. This is a left indent and a right indent. That is only when you're using. This is to indent. Okay, so indent means just to move it away from the screen. So you can that this side what I'm pressing is increase indent. This side what I'm pressing is decrease indent. That also you will use only when you're dealing with paragraphs. This is called the numbering tool. There are various things that you can use if you want. If you don't want it, you can just unselect and it will be off. This is the bullets. You can use whichever bullet you want. In the same way, if you don't want it, you can unselect. Line spacing. Between each line, you want to give a spacing, you can use that. So that's all about paragraph. That is, the first band of options is the alignment options. Then in the second line, the first 3 is called text positioning. The next 2 is called the decrease indent and the increase indent. Below that we have 2 options. One is the numbering option and then the bullet options, and below that you have line spacing. That is the amount of space you want between each line. Now let's look at shape. Now this box which you see a blue line around, that is the shape that you're working with. So you can add a color to that shape. So I'm going to go and press yellow. So now yellow is added to the shape. Can you see that? Now if I want to add a border color, I can add a border color also. Now black is fine with me, so I'm letting it be. Now I'm not able to see the border. So in order that I must see the border weight should be above 1. So when I put 1 onwards, I'll slowly start seeing the border. I think you can see it now as I'm increasing it. The border is becoming visible. Now you can change the border style by clicking on border dash and choosing whichever border dash you want. So now fill color is to fill the color to the shape. Border color is to add a color to the border. Border weight, you must have it more than 1, only then the border will be visible. And border dash just means that you can make the border look a little more designed and better. Okay, so that's the that's all that you needed to know about editing the text. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to go and long press UKG-A until I'm long pressing until I get this ribbon on top. I'm pressing the A with the 4 dots. I'm giving the bold option. I'm increasing the font, and I feel I don't want to do anything else here, so I'm going to paragraph, positioning it well, going to shape, adding a color, and I'm going to make the border visible, and I feel that's fine, so I'm pressing the X on top. Then I press on any white area to unselect. Now if you see, it looks a lot presentable. And then I told you about the undo and the redo options. If you see, the first option beside the back arrow is the undo and the redo. See, when I press that, I get two options. If I press undo, the last action will be undone. If I press redo, I will be able to redo what I've undone. Then this option is the present option. So when you're presenting on Google Meet, you can come here, open it up, and press this black arrow and then say present on this device or present to a meeting. You can give one of those options. Okay. Then this next human symbol is just to share this with someone, but I will teach you another way to share, so we'll go out of this. Now the plus symbol is very important. We'll look at it more in detail. Now we'll go and create a new slide. So now this is slide 1. Let's create slide 2. So I'm going to press that box with a plus, blank slide, come right down and select blank slide. Now let's see what this plus symbol has. The first thing is a comment. So I can try and add a comment if I want, but this is not necessary, especially if you're a teacher. So I'm not going to go deep into that. Second thing is to add text. So when I press text, you get a box like this. You can always make the box however big you want. Always remember only to use the center squares to make the boxes bigger, because if you use this, it'll often go out of the proportioned work area. So now I can add whatever text I want. It will be very small, and as usual, you can go and do all the editing for the text. So I'm going to long press this again and make it look bigger so it's visible. So now you get to see it as it's becoming bigger. Yeah, so that's good. So I can add text like this. So that is one option under plus symbol. Now let's go and add a new slide. We'll press this box with the plus down, go right down, select the blank slide, press the plus symbol again. This time we're going to look at how to insert the images. Now remember, we downloaded the images and already have kept it. So we're going to go to image, from photos, and often it should be under recent. Sometimes in your phones it may be under downloads, or if you're not able to find it even under downloads, go straight to albums or galleries, and there you will be able to definitely find what you've downloaded. So you'll have to do it one at a time, only one picture at a time you can add. So I'm going to add this, the pictures on my screen. I'm going to use the center buttons and drag it and let it cover the full screen. Now I can do a lot of editing to this. The pencil, if I press, I will be adding a border color. So I'm going to add a dark color like this, and then this is the border dash. So you can select whichever border dash you want and increase it. See there, it is looking so nice. If you want to crop the picture, you press on this option and you'll get this kind of thing opened up. Again, you press only the center lines and crop it to wherever you want. After you've done, press the crop thing again, so that part of the picture will get deleted. Now the next option is called replace image. Now you don't want to replace the image because you selected the right one. The next option is called to adjust the image. You can adjust the image, that is, you can make it a more transparent. Suppose you're going to add text to the picture. A bright picture like this will hide the text. Text will not be visible, so you can make it transparent will make that image a bit dull, so that you can add text behind. This is to increase or decrease the brightness and increase or decrease your contrast. Now, the next one is to drop a shadow. If you want, you can apply that. This one is you're not necessary, so I'm not going to teach you the last one. Then we're going to go and add a new slide again. I'm going to do this image once more. So from photos, So like this, how many ever images you've downloaded regarding your rhyme, you can just put that all together and keep editing. So now for this one, I'm adding the picture, and I also feel I'll add some text with it. So first I'm going to crop this image because I can see some black things here. So I'm going to crop it and let only the colorful thing be there. So now that my image is cropped, I'm going to add a text to this white square. So I'm going to go and click text, and now the text box is there. Again, I'm going to press the center squares, and I'm going to make the text box fit within this thing alone, right? I'm going to do this so that it fits only here, and I'm going to give an instruction. I'm going to double tap and give an instruction: count with the fingers. So now you know how to edit that text. Long press until you get the A band on top, then press bold and make it bigger, or whatever you want to do with the text, you can do it. Count with the fingers is what I've written. Now I'm going to add a color to the text, so that to the shape. Yeah, so that's done. And you can press the center and drag it across like this. Whichever part of the screen you want to put it in, you can drag and put also. So now you see I can add a picture and I can add a text together. It looks a lot colorful and nice. Now let's add a new slide. So I'm going to go and press the blank slide again. This time let's look at how to add a shape. Now there are different shapes. Now these are the basic shapes. Then there are different types of arrows, flowcharts, callouts, equations. That is the signs when you're teaching number work or mathematics. It's basically everything is the same kind of way. It works the same way. So I'm going to go and click on the sun, and now this pictures come up. I can make it however big I want to suit my need, but it should be within the work area. I'm going to long press this until I get the A on top. Okay, now I just pressed it, and under I get this band with the options. So I'm pressing this basic, and I'm added a color to the shape. I'm going to press the back arrow. Then I can maybe add a different color for the border. So black is fine. Then I'm going to go and make the border dash bigger so it's visible. Yeah, and that's how you can add a shape and add a color to it as well. Now let's press the plus symbol again. Let's see what it has for us. Now let's look at the line. So line, basically you have three different types of lines. One is a basic line, the other one is an elbow connector, the third one is curved connector. So you can use this, draw images, you can use this to write different things like that you can do. Now you to edit an image, you to edit a line, you long press, get the A, or if you don't want this option, when you long press you will see it down itself. So you can choose like this, basic, add a color, press the back arrow, go to this border dash, make it nice and big so that it's visible, and that's it. So again, now let's go and see what more the plus symbol has for us. So we looked at text, image, shape, line. Now let's look at the table. So how many rows in the table you want, how many columns in the table you want. So I'm giving 6 rows and 6 columns. Now how you make a particular column bigger or a row bigger. So let's look at the column. So I press that, and then you see 3 lines are there. You can just drag it like that and make it bigger. You want to make it smaller, you can drag it the same way and make it smaller, right? Similarly with the row, you can just drag it like that and make it however big you want. Then double tap to add text, hi. So now that you added the text, you can make it you can long press on that box. But what happens is usually the entire thing will get selected, so you press the bold option. Then you can, no, instead of going there, you go here and you can make it however big you want. can change the font to whatever and do whatever is required. So that's all about the table, how to add the table, how to add text, how to edit the text, how to make the columns and the rows bigger. That's what we've seen. Now again press the plus symbol. What else we have something called as a link. Now I don't know why the link is not working, but let me see once. Let's try it. Go to YouTube. 10 little fingers rhyme. Press it. Okay, I like this, so I'm pressing share. Copy to clipboard. It says copy to clipboard. Then I want to go back here. The link is still not turned black, so I'm going to go out from here. I'm going to refresh. I'm going to go here. Okay. So I pressed a new slide now. And I'm going to go here. Now if you see, the link is activated. Now what was wrong with the previous thing? We straight away clicked a blank slide, then press the plus symbol and try to see whether the link is activated. Now earlier itself we pressed copy to clipboard, but why this link is not dark black is because this is a blank slide. It has no place where you can place the link. So always when you're going to place a link on a blank slide, first thing you need to do is you need to press the plus symbol, click on text, then you don't need to add any text, but once a text box is added, you long press the text box and let it turn blue. Then press plus, the link will become dark black. Once you press this, you'll have two options to add a text. So rhyme video, you can press this rhyme video. Okay, so what will happen is down you will get some search results. Don't go through that, not necessary. You can just long press and click paste. Automatically your YouTube link will get pasted here. You can press the tick button. Now if you want to edit this, as usual I told you how to do it. So we're going to see how this is done once again. First we'll add a blank slide, then you add a text box, then you press the plus symbol, link, add a text, 10 little fingers, video. Then in the link, now this nursery rhyme thing is there, but we don't know what rhyme that is because we've not viewed it before. So just let's go and long press on link, click paste, then give the tick button here, and automatically the link is pasted. Now when you press on this, what will happen? You will get these options, YouTube link. So when you press that YouTube, it will open up on YouTube. The video will open up on YouTube. So that's exactly what will happen when you're presenting it to the children as well. So this is all about how to add a link as well. Now I told you how you must copy the link. So you just go to the YouTube video like that. Once again, let's refresh our memory. You search for the right video. If you like this, then you press the share, copy to clipboard. So you'll get a message, copy to clipboard. Then you go here, add a text box first, then go there, link, long press on link and click paste, give whatever text you want and give the tick button. So there are two videos which are attached here. Okay, so that is how this works. Now what's here with these three dots? In these three dots you will get to share this. So you can most often, if you don't want people to use to edit or to make any changes to your slide, send a copy is what you should give. PDF, okay, PDF or JPEG also you can give. Then on WhatsApp or whichever medium, WhatsApp or Gmail, whichever way you want to share that. I'm clicking WhatsApp just to show you, and I'm going to say that and send it off to them, right? So that's how you can even share this to someone else. You can share it on WhatsApp. Same, you can even share it as images also. So you can also save this. To save it, what you need to do, press the three dots, share and export, save as, PDF document or whatever, JPEG, okay, and it will be saved also. Okay, so whichever way you want to do it, you can get it done that way, but preferably do a PDF because no one else can edit or do anything to your document. Okay, now once you're done, remember one thing, Google Slides, every step of the way as you complete it automatically gets saved. So don't worry about saving anything, automatically it will be saved. So just press the black back arrow and you'll get to see the presentation that you worked last will always be on top. So you can always rename this. How to rename? Press the 3 dots, go right down, rename, Thirsty Crow or whatever, day 1, whatever like that you can put, and click rename. What are the other options here? To share, that I told you how you can share. You can send a copy. Don't press that share with the human symbol. Instead of that, send a copy. You can even download this onto your phone. That also you can do. And rename is important. You can move. You can also make a copy. What will happen is if you press make a copy, another additional copy will be created here. And you can always go and edit it from that. So what will happen is basically you will have this one will be there, it will be untouched, and in the copy you can make whatever changes you want to it. Like for the next day, maybe if you don't want to do everything again, just want to make a few changes, you can go here and there and make a few changes as and when you like it. So that's all about Google Slides.